This show is probably one of the best shows ever written. There's a reason it's a classic. There's a reason it keeps coming back over and over again. The universal themes of family, of community, of love, of progress, of being able to cope with moving forward with your life and with the entire community behind you. These universal themes never die, and they go from generation to generation. Well, it has a lot of serious themes, but it's also brilliantly funny. Joseph Stein wrote probably one of the funniest books for a musical, and I even say it's not really a musical, it's a play that has a lot of incredible music in it. Oh, well, Rich Man, which is Tevye's plead to God that why couldn't I just have a small fortune, and what would I do if I did? And we all have that little dream, every now and then. You think, if I won the lottery, what would I do? And Tevye's dreams to us are very simple, but to him they are just the most wonderful things in the world. And most important is he wants to provide for his family. He wants to be the sage of the town. He wants to be respected. Everything we all want. And he does it in a very charming and amusing way.
Dear God, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no big honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd pity-pity-boo. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to...
I've done Fiddler a couple times, actually. You don't even know about the first time. Was with a symphony, and I played Golda, which was fun. And then I did a national tour that was all over the country a few years back, and I played Yenta. Exciting about this production for me, one of the most exciting things is that I've never performed the song The Rumor because it's often because of the length of the show, which of course flies because you are never disinterested in this show. It holds your interest totally. But because the show is a little bit long, it's often cut. And in this production, we're going to do it. It's a little brief song, but it's so much fun because I get to actually sing other than be in the ensemble numbers. So that's really exciting. And this company is unbelievable. They're just so great and so big. I'm so used to an abbreviated company, and to see these relationships in the town and everyone, being a community is
Yenta
sets
so
in motion. The oldest of Tevye's daughters is very much, probably a little even overdue in terms of marital age. So she has finally made a match for the oldest daughter, Tzeitel. And she comes to the house. And of course, Golda is waiting with bated breath because they've got to get at least one of the daughters married off soon. And so she comes to the house to bring her the news, which is somewhat well received by Golda. And then we're off. And Yenta is one of those characters that, even though she doesn't have a lot of stage time, she's talked about constantly. And whether the girls are singing about her or whether they're talking, Yenta, because she has such a role in this community, a huge part of helping put people together, and hence the community living on. It's all part of it, and making the right matches. And of course, she's always right. So always right. Of course.
It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me
the journey
no
that happens with an audience is that when you first begin
Fiddler on the Roof, you're just sitting back just waiting to watch a show. And as the show begins, you just start to become assimilated into this community of people. And all the characters are so specific, and all the characters are so, have really full lives. Right in that opening number of Tradition, that before that number is open, you find yourself just completely engrossed in this community. And then you just follow their story right through. Mainly because the show's just so good. The show's written well, it's written beautifully, it has a theme to it, and it's one of those shows that you just are able to put together and feel really terrific about the work that you're doing and working with terrific.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years.
The movement is very traditionally oriented. The bottle dance in particular, it's a traditional bottle dance. All the wedding movement is very traditional at very Jewish weddings. And what I try to bring to the company is that that this is traditional dance, okay? And it's all about the pride of these Jewish community and the celebration that they that inhabits their lives during these ceremonies. And when they do movement, that they're a particular movement, when they're clapping from their chest, they're actually sending joy out to the married couple. So it's sending joy. Tradition. It's like when your palms are together. It's like feeling God's embrace between your heart and your hands the whole time. So. Like I said, Jerry was very, very adamant about making it very organic and very natural movement for the individuals.